Yeah.
Right. Shalom.
Shalom, brothers.
Yeah, you know, with the brothers here in London, man, you know, teaching this word, coming out in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
Yeah, pushing this word out, you know, trying to get this word to the elect, man, you know. Yeah, like I said, all praise unto Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and double honors unto the elders of Great Millstone. You know, praises to you brothers out there doing the work in righteousness, man, and sincerity. Right, give me John 10 and 10, please.
Alright, okay. This is John 10 verse 10. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy.
Right, the Bible tells you that the thief cometh not but to kill and to steal and to destroy, man. Now who's the number one thief on the planet Earth, man? The so-called white man is, man. Yeah? So the so-called white man is, according to the Bible, they're not white, they're red, and they consist of the nation of Edom. Okay? What you call Caucasians today, their biblical name is Red Edom, man. And they're the thief. Because wherever they go there to kill and to steal and to destroy, man. And this is just a fact of history. Okay? Anywhere they went, man, they caused death and destruction. Right? And the death that they have perpetrated on the planet Earth, right, is actually unprecedented, man. The amount of theft and fraud which these demons, beginning with the so-called Jews, the Edomites who call themselves Jews but are not, but do lie, the amount of thievery and fraud which they've committed on the planet Earth is unprecedented, man. No other nation, I don't care if you're talking about Babylon, I don't care if you're talking about Persia, I don't care if you're talking about even when they were back in the Greeks, they didn't commit this level, which they were doing a whole heap of theft then too. But this level of worldwide global theft and fraud has never been achieved before. Okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna read some of this article, man. Because it's just a sign of the times, man. Right? You have to understand these things, man. Come into this truth, like the elders say, you have to know all things, man. You got to go into the scriptures, and the Lord will give you understanding of all things. Things that maybe you didn't understand before, through the Spirit of the Lord, you're going to go into it, you're going to understand. And that's why most of these jakes out here, they can't understand why we call the white man the devil. But first of all, we call the white man the devil because he is the devil, okay? The word devil means deceiver. Okay, it is written that his forefather was the most profane man. So if they're not the devil, then who is? They're the devil and they're the wicked. Now, because you jakes don't know the extent, the depths of Satan, because you don't know the level of criminology, the abyss of wickedness that the so-called white man has committed throughout the ages and even unto this very day. That's why when we call the white man the devil, because you pictured who you call Jesus Christ to be a white man, you think of him, that's the first thing you think of in your mind frame. You think, oh, how can you call the white man the devil? Because you don't know nothing, man. You don't understand that your whole life has been destroyed by this demon, man. You don't understand that your children, he's got plans for your children, which are not righteous, man. He's a pedophile, he's a death monger, man. You don't understand that he poisons the air, the water, the food, your minds, your spirit. Okay? That's why he's the devil. And he is at the head of order. He's the head of the snake. Yeah, these other nations, they do wickedness. Yeah, Jake do wickedness too. But the white man's always at the head of the snake, man. But he goes around like he's a dragon slayer when he's a damn fucking dragon, man. Now, I got this article from the Daily Sheeple, okay, and it says World War III, the unthinkable cost of preserving the petrodollar. Right now, if you don't know what the petrodollar is, the dollar is the world reserve currency because of the petrodollar. It is used to buy what all the countries run on, which is oil. We live in a world today where oil is the defining resource because everyone's kind of got water. Nowadays, the way things are rolling is you can have food, but if you ain't got oil, you ain't gonna go nowhere because the societies are based upon what? Look right here. You got your cars, transport. Your transport, the logistics is all based upon oil. Your medical, so-called medical industry is also based upon oil. Your plastics, your production, all goes back to oil. Because from that crude oil, you get, is what they call fracking, and you get, they do that fractional distillation, and you don't just get gasoline or petrol from there. You get high octanes, you get a variety of different products which are used in different industrial processes, man. So that's why they said, there's a reason why they said oil is the new gold. Just because America, black gold, because America used the oil to protect their dollar, man. Because if you want to go anywhere and buy gold, if anyone, you have to use dollars. Well, you did have to use dollars. That's in the past now. That's moving out of there. And that allowed America to have the power and the prestige that it has afforded itself to this day. And not just the elite, super elites who rape and pillage America and control America, but also you average everyday peon crackers. Any prosperity you had was due to the dollar having that world reserve currency status, among other things. Right? So I'm gonna read this. It says, World War III, the unthinkable cost of preserving the petrodollar. So it's gonna, isn't it gonna take it out? Oh, okay. Will it just keep the words in? Okay. All right. Right. It says, as noted by many of our readers, one of the key topics omitted from our article on the inevitability of the economic collapse. Because if you know anything, first of all, if you know the Bible, you know America's going down. It's according to prophecy, man. Okay? But even if you look at the numbers, you would also know, because these guys are not going into the Bible, you would know that America, the whole global system, the collapse is inevitable. Because it's been set up. Because the system is corrupt. The system has cancer, man. That's out of control, so it's going to die. The only system that can be everlasting is this financial system set up in the Bible, which is a just weight and a just balance, and a just ephod, man. Okay? Was the petrodollar system. Due to its significance, we felt that this subject deserved its own article. If you have never heard of the petrodollar, don't be surprised. There's a good reason for this. No major news networks will dare touch this subject. Because if this information was ever to become public knowledge, politicians would find it next to impossible to convince American people to support any more wars. Right? Public approval of wars is only possible as long as people remain ignorant of the primary driving force behind our foreign policy. Okay. The reason you haven't heard of the petrodollar system is because our government wants you to think that we start wars to spread democracy. Which that is one of the reasons, because when they say democracy, what they really mean is to take out an opposing dictatorship, an opposing autocracy, an opposing ruler and regime. That's where you get regime change, and put in a puppet with no everlasting solidarity. What do I mean by that? When you're a politician, you know you only got a fixed time to be in rulership. So you ain't really got no obligation to the people, right? And you want to preserve your time. Whereas if you're a king, you're looking to rule for life, and then your son after you. So you're going to be more into your own people and your own country. Whereas a politician now, if they put in set up a democracy and they put their puppet in there, that puppet can be taken out in 4 years' time, and they can put a new puppet in there to keep that puppet on his toes.
Yep. Change your face.
Just like how they control they control the US presidents, man. Because they know that, hey, if you wanna get back in there for the other 4 years, you better do what we say, or you're gonna be out of there. And we're gonna get the next one in. And also it keeps things fresh. So the people don't ever see the ruler behind. If the leader do something which is against his people, he gonna be out there in 4 years. They put a fresh face in there, and people forget.
It stops them being unsettled, man, because they always have hope in a new leader that will lead them the right way.
Like you Americans, after Bush, there was no way they were gonna be able to carry on with Bush, because he was obviously a demon. So they had to change faces, man, and put in a new puppet, which is Obama. And then they carried on with their agenda. So that's what democracy is all about. Democracy is all about illusions. The illusions that the people have some kind of say or some kind of power. And that's even better to control than a straight up dictatorship. Because a straight up dictatorship takes a lot more armed force. Whereas in a democracy, the people feel that they are, empowered somehow, which is bullshit. So that's one thing. But what is the result of them setting up that democracy? To maintain the control that they're gonna get from defeating that country in the war. And what's that control all about? Sustaining the American hegemony. Sustaining the American hegemony, which they get through their ability to spend. Because their military power comes from the ability for them to spend and print dollars out of thin air to sustain that military spending, to sustain the foreign aid, which is really buying off foreign regimes, man. That's what it's all about, sustaining the American empire. And how do they sustain the American empire? By stealing wealth from other people. So it does go back to the petrodollar, because without the world reserve currency status, America collapses and goes down, and they can't spend no more. They can't sustain their empire, and as empire needs constant funds to sustain itself, just like the Roman Empire. They ran out of steam, man. They ran out of lands to conquer. They ran out of revenue. They were spending up their money.
Running out of spoils.
They was running out of spoils. And it takes money to sustain an empire.
Especially with that large army they had, man.
And they wanted to put bases all over the world. If you were smart, you keep yourself to yourself and just basically try and control the trade and shit. But no, they want to have complete control, hegemony over the whole world. Right. However, if you want to distinguish truth from propaganda, if you want to know the real reasons behind the global conflicts in our recent history, you must learn about the petrodollar system. Without this crucial piece of info, you will have a hard time understanding what really happened in Libya, what's happening in Syria right now, and what's going to happen in Iran. Right? Why did NATO, which is the tool, which is the beast that the whore rides, you read about that in the book of Revelation. You read about the whore. Get me that up. Let's get some scriptures out. Was that 19? No, 18? I'll tell you the truth about this whore.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can get that, but even the 18th chapter is good. Go on.
Okay, Revelation 17 verse 7. And the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel?
In fact, go back. You know what, man?
Read the whole thing?
Yeah, read the whole thing, man.
Okay, from verse
Because
1.
people need to understand, that's a deeper understanding that America is the harlot which the Bible speaks about, and it's the great Babylon that the Bible speaks about, man. Okay? And they didn't achieve their greatness through righteousness. They achieved their greatness through theft, through stealing, through wickedness, man. And that's why America's going to be destroyed, man. Because there ain't nothing wrong with being great, because Israel's going to be great. Yeah. We're going to be greater than America is, man. The nation, the true nation of Israel, which I'm gonna let the brother come in later to deal with that. The true nation of Israel, which is the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. The real people of Israel, we're gonna be a great nation. We're gonna have many riches. right?